Oh wait, I almost forgot. There we go, much better. I literally just saw a cardboard box close itself. You see, it's this cardboard box that the fog machine goes off. Like, this thing was actually, like, open like that, and then it just slowly... How did that happen? Is my house haunted? That would explain a lot. Hello, everyone. Mr. Daydream here, and welcome to Backstage Nonsense Halloween Edition. You guys thought it was just going to be one video? Well, much like my mentality, it's unpredictable. But I love Halloween. It's just so creepy, mysterious, and spooky and all that. It just sums me up perfectly. Now, we're all familiar with potato chips. You know, they come in all kinds of different flavors, and they're just so crunchy and all. And they also come in different variations. Like, you know, you got the classic Lay's chips, and then you got the wavy ones, you got the kettle cooked ones. You got all kinds of chips out there, and yeah. Now you're probably wondering, what's my favorite chip? It's really hard to say. I mean, I'm a little on everything, really. I mean, I do like the classic potato chips. I do love sour cream and onion. I do love salt and vinegar. And there are some barbecue flavor ones. And Ruffles has this one called All Dressed, which is this Canadian flavor. And it's actually really good. But I'm not here to talk about this, that, or the other thing, or the country that has something to do with maple syrup. No. Today I'm going to be talking about Halloween-themed chips. So I went ahead and got myself a number of these bags, and one thing to keep in mind is that not all of them are tied to Halloween. I mean, some of them are being sold all year round, but there are some that only come once a year during the spooky, scary holiday. Now, the first bag I got here is one that most of you have probably heard of before, and that is Zapps Voodoo Kettle Chips. Yeah, as you can see, it's got like all these voodoo dolls, very spooky. Yeah, ooh. Now, when it comes to Zapps, this is arguably the most popular flavor. Like, you see it all the time. Like, whenever they have Zapps chips, you see this one the most. I mean, every now and then they do have other flavors, but a lot of times you'll always see this thing, and sometimes that's all you ever see. Like, I've seen some supermarkets where I could only ever find Voodoo. I can't find some of these other ones, so yeah. I just thought it'd be fitting to start off with this one here. Ooh, work that Voodoo. Now it's really good. It's got this very savory taste to it, and I don't know, there's just something about it that really satisfies, especially with the crunchy ridges. Alright, well, I'm not going to eat the entire thing. I mostly bought it just for this video. And a lot of them are probably going to go stale by the time I don't know, like if I ever get to them. But that's fine. I mean, like I said, they're mostly bought for this video, and yeah, I just wanted to, just try them out just for the season. Now, this next one is also by Zapps, and this is a flavor I've never heard about until recently. It's also Voodoo Kettle Chips, except this time it's Voodoo Heat. As you can see, it's pretty much the same thing, except that it's spicier, and yeah, look at that. Ooh. I really gotta work on my ghost impressions, because they're not very convincing. Now, they look practically identical to the regular Voodoo chips, but yeah, let's give it a try. That's really good. Now, it does have a bit of a kick to it. I mean, not too much, but you can definitely feel it singe a bit. Oh, that's a big one. Oh my goodness. Now, another thing about the Zapps Voodoo chips is that they also sell something in the freezer aisle called Voodoo Pickles. Yeah. They're basically pickle slices that have been deep fried, and you heat them up in your oven, and it also comes with this special seasoning powder that you drizzle over them once they're ready to eat. I tried them myself, they're pretty good. But I will say it is a bit unexpected. I mean, I didn't think that they would jump from chips to frozen pickle slices and deep fried and all that. Now, this next one is also by Zapps, and don't worry, it's the last one, and this one is Evil Eye. You see, it's the Evil Eye style chips, and yeah, that looks kind of haunting, actually. It's basically what high schoolers think they look like when they look into a mirror before picture day. Let's see, subtle with mild heat, yet bursting with flavor. So, okay, so this one's also spicy, so how's it any different from the Voodoo Heat? Only one way to find out. Ooh. Yeah, look, you can see it's very red. It actually kind of looks like a flaming hot Cheetos. So I guess it's a more intense one. I don't know. It's got maybe like an interesting flavor, but I don't know this. Hey, that's pretty good. It does have enough flavoring to be a bit distinct from, you know, the Voodoo chips. So I do like that. It's a really nice way of doing it. This next one, innocently enough, is Garden Veggie chips, Ghosts and Bats. Ooh. Oh yeah, no, enough of that. Yeah, I remember these things. I always liked them just because, well, yeah, they're shaped like bats and stuff. It's like, yeah. They look like they just witnessed the biggest roast in history. Now, my only gripe with this one is that the chips are very fragile, so there are many times where I don't even get a whole chip. Like, they're usually in pieces or they're partly broken up, so, yeah, I don't know. Hopefully I can get some that are whole. Okay, cool. I actually got some. Yeah, would you look at that? Ain't that nifty? There is something a bit unsettling about it. I don't know what. Maybe it's because they have that face where it looks like they're screaming the whole time. But I don't know, maybe I'm delving too deep into it. I mean, after all, this is just potato chips. Yeah, look at this. Ooh. What do the bats even sound like? It's like... I don't know. I'm not good at impersonating animal sounds. Well, maybe it's a bit more... Or maybe it's... No, what the heck am I talking about? Okay, enough about that. I'm delving too much into a chip. So let's try it out. Yeah, it's nothing too special. They're just veggie chips with sea salt and... Yeah, I don't know. I just like that there are these shapes, you know, for the Halloween. I always like to grab a bag of these, you know, just for that occasion. And yeah, so, yeah. This next one I got here. This next one I got here is Takis Zombie. Yeah, look at that. Zombie. Ooh. Now this one is habanero and cucumber flavored. Now I have to admit, as much as I love spicy things, I'm not a big fan of Takis. I mean, I don't know. I feel like they put way too much seasoning on their chips and it just really oversaturates the whole thing. It's a lot like when you're eating your favorite meal and you're just trying to add a little salt, but the cap is broken and falls off, and then, yeah, salt all over the place. And you try to scoop as much off as possible, but there's already like that really little layer of salt on it that, yeah, it really takes over it. That's how I feel about Takis. Now, I'm not saying that it's terrible, but it's just one of those where it's like, I really only need a few of these chips and that's it. It's like I don't really need the rest type of thing. Yeah, here it is. It's like a rolled up tortilla chip and it's green. Let's try it out. No, sorry, I got a piece of tortilla chip stuck in my throat. Let me get some water. Oh boy, that hit the spot. Anyways, now this next one is going to be quite a surprise indeed. It's none other than Cheetos Bag of Bones. Yeah. Now this is a normal thing that you would sell around Halloween. However, the tin is completely new. I've never seen this before, but I just thought buying it because, I don't know, I'm a collector of interesting and peculiar things, much like myself. So basically what's inside this tin are 2 bags of Cheetos Bag of Bones, you know, white cheddar and Flamin' Hot. So let me get them out. Yeah, here it is, the Cheetos Bag of Bones white cheddar, and this is where they're like shaped like parts of the human skeleton. There's also this other one here, which is the exact same thing except it's flaming hot, so the bones are like red. Kind of reminds me of the blood zombies from Diablo 2. Now I have to admit, as cool as the tin is, I think it's a bit excessive. I mean, it's only for 2 chip bags. Maybe if it was like a bunch of little ones, then yeah, I guess that makes sense. But yeah, this, it's like, I don't know. It's one of those. It is cool, but it's like one of those. They didn't really have to go that extra mile, but whatever. Oh well. At least I have something I can use to store all my crayons in. Yeah, I don't know. I have to be honest. I think I'm only gonna go through one of these bags because there's really no point in going through both when they're basically the same thing, but just different flavors. Now I'm gonna start with the white cheddar one because yeah, it makes sense for skeleton to be white and yeah. So. Here we got a skull. Let me see if I can construct an actual skeleton out of these things. Yeah, look at that. Not too bad if I have to say so myself. Now, it doesn't seem like they have any pieces that resemble feet or the lower torso, so I guess you just have to ignore the lower torso and then just use the hands for the the feet and whatnot. Well, and as a bonus, they also did cinnamon sugar, so yeah. Yeah, I guess they just felt like making sweetie bones or something. I don't know. So I don't know. I just felt like showing you guys the flavors you can get with these things. So yeah. So now we're down to our very last bag, and I'm pretty sure most of you have seen this one before, and it's none other than Takis Haunted Ghost Pepper Tortilla Chips. Yeah, look at that, haunted ghost pepper. Real peppers, real heat, as opposed to fake peppers, fake heat. Man, I remember when this thing first came out. It's such a blast from the past. I remember that I was able to eat like half a bag before my mouth was on fire, but yeah, that was pretty impressive at the time. It's like, I mean, my heat tolerance is much better now, but yeah, at the time, yeah. So let's try this out. Ah, there it is. Look at that fine chip. Now, there are definitely chips that are spicier than this thing, but a lot of times you can only buy them on the internet, and not so much from the grocery store, because you're always going to have that idiot parent who buys it for their idiot kid and then harms himself, and then the idiot parent has to blame it on the product and not so much because of their failure as a responsible parent. Yeah, that type of thing. But enough about that. Let's try this out. Now, there isn't a whole lot of flavor to this thing. It's just a tortilla chip that's very spicy, so if you want flavor, you definitely want to eat it with some queso or guacamole. Okay, well that's it for now. I feel like I've covered more than enough of these chips. Chips that are like spooky or creepy or, some of these other things which that would describe what I am. So thank you very much for watching this episode of Backstage Nonsense, Halloween edition. I hope you had a hauntingly good time, and I'll see you next time. Take care, and have a nice day.